Hello, welcome to my channel. Today on my list we have Jose Luis Villegas. Forgive me if I'm not pronouncing it right. He went missing in 1991 in September, and it says race white, but then it says ethnicity Hispanic Latino. And Seattle, Washington, long black hair and brown eyes. Healed, broken left clavicle with metal pin. So that would make it, pretty simple probably to find him with a metal pin if somebody noticed it, I guess. And this one just lists him as, well, oh yeah, it says white, Caucasian, Hispanic, Latino male, 5'9", 150 pounds. He disappeared in September 1991 under suspicious circumstances. So we don't really have any other information. He has a birthmark on his left cheek, but there's no photo and there's very little information. So we're going to look at some John Does, and I don't know if any of these John Does might be him at all, but we'll go through them anyway. There's one in Washington County, Oregon, and this could be almost anybody. They found the body, the remains, January 15th, 2013, and it would be simpler if somebody went missing in Washington County, Oregon, and then you could say, oh yeah, it's probably them, right? So it was a partial mandible found on school grounds in Washington County, Oregon. So you'd think if somebody worked on the school grounds or something and they went missing, maybe it's them, but I don't know. It says all cases in which the gender of the victim is unknown are assigned and filed as male, so it could have been a female. And then we have this one, Portland, Oregon. 5'10" estimated. How tall was he? 5'9". Okay, so estimated 5'10", 18 to 45 years old. Unknown as to the date of death, which leaves that open to be a lot of different people. So, and that was found near the Oregon Health Science University. And the next one, is it the next one? This one was found in 2002. Oh, maybe not. Okay, this one was found in 2009, Clatsop County, Oregon. Anywhere from 18 to 80 years old, male. They don't know the height, the weight, the race, the hair color, or anything like that. So that one could be almost anybody. And we have this one in Walport, Oregon, found in 2009, 25 to 55 years old. Male, they don't know the height, they don't know the weight, they don't know the race. So, it was discovered in a residence. That's crazy. Okay, so then we have this one in Boardman, Oregon. 18 to 99 years old. They have no idea who it is. That's the one from the car wash where somebody found the human remains at the car wash. Like somebody was cleaning out their car. And this one was in Oregon, found in 2012, 18 to 40 years old. So we don't know if any of these could be him at all. One of them might be him, but I don't know. Portland, Oregon, found in 1999. It says white Caucasian male. A cranium and mandible in his possession. The skull had 2 gunshot wounds, defects with a corresponding exit. So I don't. That's crazy, isn't it? This one was found in 1991. And how tall was he? 5'9". And this one's 5'8". This is October 6, 1991. And he went missing September 20th, 1991. And this person had been dead. Estimated date of death was 7 days prior. 5'8", 165 pounds, 25 to 40 years old, possibly Hispanic or Native American. Black straight hair, but it was only like 3 inches in length. But I don't know. Somebody could have killed him and cut off his hair. I don't know. Mustache and a small beard. Tattoo on the left shoulder of a banner containing the name Estella. A tattoo on the left shoulder blade of an eagle or a bird's head. And then it talks about his clothes and his shoe sizes. And I mention that all the time because, you know, you find the shoe sizes when they find the body. But when somebody goes missing, it doesn't mention their shoe sizes usually. So, and then the next one I think is the one I left in. Not because it might be him, but because of the date. So they found this one October 6, 1891. They found this one October 15th, 1891 in Portland, Oregon. And they had died days prior. And they're only 5'5", but I thought, wonder if that's related, you know, I don't know. Black hair, brown eyes, black mustache, well-heeled scar on his abdomen. He had a scar from his, so it talks about tattoos, and a dragon on his left shoulder, a red rose. He had various tattoos. So, Hispanic male, Willamette River, October 15th, 1991. And I get rid of that one. Then we have this one, Newport, Lincoln County, Oregon. I think I'll get rid of some of these. I have so many tabs open. Okay, Newport, Lincoln County, Oregon. Estimated date of death unknown. Oh, that one's only 5'6", so I don't think that's going to be him. So, and this one was found in 1991, Grant County, Washington. Skeletal remains 5'7" to 5'10", 115. Black hair. So this one was found before he went missing, because this is June. But I decided to leave it in, because sometimes they don't report him missing right away, and it might be years before they report him missing. And I don't know when they reported him missing, but I'm betting they got the date right. But I'm leaving this one in anyway, because better to have too many than too few. Located near Desert Air South of Mattawa, June 26, 1991. So, and this from a NamUs search. This one's in Arizona, 18 to 80 years old, found June 2nd, 1992. I know this is pretty far away, but leaving it in there. Burned and mummified forearm and hand found by railroad workers. Head not recovered, torso not recovered. One or both hands not recovered, so just partial skeleton parts. And then we have, this one's near Tucson, Arizona, 18 to 88 years old, found in 1997. Hispanic or Latino. Estimated year of death, 1987 to 1996. So, broken skull found by homeowners in Desert Wash. Maybe a migrant, it says. So, let's see. This one was found in Spokane, Washington in 1999. 18 to 99 years old. So they don't know how old the person was, but, and it says estimated year of death could have been anywhere from 0 up to 1999. They can't estimate the height. They can't estimate the weight. So that one could be, oh, a foot was discovered in the water by an underwater diver. The foot was determined to be a left foot. So an exam indicates the foot is possibly female, even though this was under the male search when I did it. So it was contained in a partially adherent sock. So I don't understand, part of the sock was still there, so I don't think it could be all the way to, I don't know how old it could actually be if the sock was still there. The foot measured 8 inches from an exposed bone, large toe to heel. Head not recovered. Yeah, so they only recovered the foot. And it's in the water. So this might be a female, it sounds like. I don't know how they figure that out from a foot, but that's interesting. Oh, those one people went, I don't know where they got in the water at, but there were 2 girls and 2 guys that went missing. Do you remember that? The 2 guys were brothers and they were in their early 20s, but I don't know which water it would have been. So I don't know if this could be one of them, or this could even be it, like a foot from one of those girls that was killed by one of those serial killers, that one killer, like the Green River Killer or something. But I remember I just did one recently. I don't know why I can't remember those girls' names. It was, they went missing in 1994. Oh, that's Bellingham, Washington. So one of them's last name was Rodriguez, one of them was Ham, and 2 of them's last name was Brady. But I don't know if they thought they stole a couple skiffs, but I don't know if they did or didn't. Right? Because it seems to me like it's really suspicious what happened to them. To me, but maybe I'm wrong. Because they never found the remains. Ooh, this one's supposed to have photos of tattoos, but I'm not seeing them. It might be my computer. I refreshed it and I'm still not seeing them. Okay, so this is North Las Vegas, Clark County, Nevada, 1991. Date of discovery, October 31st, 1991. He went missing in September, so partial remains with soft tissues. Only the torso and forearms, elbow to knuckles were recovered. The head, upper arms, any fingers, both legs, and both feet were not recovered. It was a homicide. He was 35 to 50 years old. It says white Caucasian male, but sometimes I read that and I don't know. They had a 2-inch scar just above the right nipple, tattoos. So it mentions some of the tattoos. A cartoon thug with a cigar in mouth. So Pink Panther and the name Monique. Lower leg chef double rose, right front upper chest woman with large bust wearing a sombrero with brown sugar written on the sombrero. So I don't know if they're, that sounds like a tattoo that a Hispanic person would get, doesn't it? Or if it's a white man, see it says Caucasian, but maybe it is, I don't know. So to me it seems like it could be, another race as well. Dental's unknown. Ooh, DNA unknown. But I'm sure they could probably get it. I don't know for sure. But on 10/13/1991, the torso was located by a person searching in a dumpster. So, in North Las Vegas, Nevada, I don't think they would have been dead very long if they were still in the dumpster, because the trash man hadn't come to dump the dumpster yet, unless they had it in their house in their freezer or somewhere, and then they dumped it in the dumpster. I don't know. That's crazy. And then we have this one. And he was found December 30th, 1992, Mesa, Arizona. Died 3 to 18 months before. Homicide, gunshot wound. 5'6" to 5'9". It says brown hair, but it shows pictures where he might have had darker brown hair, but I don't know for sure. Average build, significant injury to the right side of the body, 1 to 5 years prior to death. That would have required hospitalization and possible surgeries. So I don't know. I'm leaving it in. And you can pause it and read it more information. Just going to leave it all in there. So this one was found November 5th, 1992 in Parksville, Canada. It says several months prior to discovery, so I don't know if that would go all the way back to 1991, but I'm leaving it in. 40 to 55 years old. Ooh, he was 34, so that's probably not going to be him. 5'8". He had recently had surgery for ingrown toenails. I'm going to leave it in there anyway. So I'd like to have more, too many than too few, although sometimes I only put a very few and just grab a couple of them and throw them in there. But this one was located by a mushroom picker near Winchester Road. So, by Logging Road. Camping gear and supplies were found at the scene, including a milk carton with an expiration date of June 10th, giving the police the assumption that the deceased had probably died in the late spring or early summer of 1992. Because the milk was expiring in June 10th, so it sounds like he probably would have died in May or June of 1992, right? So that's interesting. And then we have this one was found at Keats Island, British Columbia, May 3rd, 1992. Unknown date of death, so who knows? Cause of death is unknown, age 30 to 49, about 5'10", about 168 pounds. That's really interesting how they can give the height and the weight so accurately, but not an estimated date of death at all. Black hair, unknown race. Jacket, blue socks, cotton, white shirt, cotton, red polo, blue pants, track pants with pocket, shoes leather, white Reebok runners, jewelry, black Casio watch. They were found Keats Island, May 3rd, 1992. See, I think that they could probably give a more accurate date of death than that, right? Than just unknown. Because they got the height so well and the weight so well, and all the clothing is still there. But I don't know that much about it. Not a professional, just sharing this information with you as I go through it. And that way I have it organized, and I guess it's become a little hobby lately because I'm making the list and I'm going through them, and as I go through them and I go through it, like this one I'm doing Washington, the area of Washington and around Washington, but mostly just Washington, during certain years up to like 2000, but sometimes I'll throw in 2001 or 2002. And maybe I'll do some other states after this one with that are nearby and do them up to 2000, 2002, or maybe I'll do Washington area for the ones later on. But if you have any information about what happened to him, you know, who he was, what happened to him, his life, his friends, anything, contact authorities and let them know. Feel free to leave comments. If you have a photo or anything, please share the photo because we don't have a photo or anything. So sometimes you find a John Doe, an unidentified male, and sometimes the artists do a rendition of them. And it would be nice for people to have photos. And you should share any information that you have, whether you feel like it's important, you're not sure if it's important, you're not sure if it's hearsay, you heard it from somebody while they were drinking, you know, you might have heard it from your grandpa's, uncles, cousins, nephews, niece, best friend while they were drinking. So you can share it with the detectives anyway and let them know it's hearsay, you don't know if it's true, you heard it through the grapevine, but you wanted to share the information. Maybe you have information that is first-hand knowledge or second-hand knowledge that you might have shared with investigators years ago, but now they have new investigators and you don't know if they still have those notes or that information because people lose notes. We didn't have computers, you know, they didn't have computers with internet as organized as they do now. A lot of times they would just write the handwritten notes and who knows what would happen to them. Or they would remember them and they may not have a note of them. Or maybe there was a fire or they moved the offices and maybe they lost that information. So you might want to give it to them again. And if you have any information about any of these other cases or any other cases that you haven't shared with investigators, you should share that information with them and let them know and let them decide, oh, I feel like it's important, or oh, I don't feel like it's important, or oh, I want to make a note of this just in case so that people will have it. And you can email them and CC carbon copy a few people if you want to, or call them and give them the information, whatever you like, because it's not like you're going to court, you're just trying to help them solve a case, right? So anyway, maybe years ago you had information about a case, but you were afraid to give it to them. But now it's been 30 years, so you feel like you can come forward and give that information to them. I don't know. That's up to you. Anyway, don't forget to pray for their families and their loved ones. And please feel free to leave comments and have a great day. Bye-bye.